I don't know why, but I suddenly was compelled to upload a video on YouTube. But hey, here we are, trying to catch up in Honkai Star Rail since Patagonia is coming. I think next 2 weeks. So let's go. This is going to be very awkward since I don't really know what I'm gonna say here, but let's go. Gotta complete a lot of things, man. Okay, not too much actually. Just 4 quests and events. I did miss 3 patches though. When we started playing again. Somehow got lucky enough to get Ron May. Character build wise, needs a lot of work. Oh, but it's going to take a while. But let's finish off these quests. Let's start with this one. This is Link's quest, I'm pretty sure. Let's get this started, man. In the museum. I'm pretty sure I did the event here in the museum. When was that? 1.1? I don't remember. Could be. But I missed 3 events, definitely. Here we are. I accidentally paused the recording there. Oh, well, that's fine. I was trying to change some settings to accidentally pause the recording, but okay. Wait.
Is it an automaton remote control terminal? See, there's this piece of paper here. It says... the owner's name?
Oh, relics? Here I am, man. Where are those relics, man?
Long time no see. I wanted to talk about this in our chat with you guys. This won't happen. I'm sorry you had to run all the way out there.
More danger afoot?
Actually, I want to talk to you about our little links.
Links. Oh, that link.
So you know her.
Of course.
Makes this easy. She just came back from scientific exploration on the snow plains. She seems really out of it. Almost like she's worried about something. She won't tell us what happened. We're really worried and want to help, but we don't know where to start.
The last time I saw her, she was preparing to meet someone on the snow plains. She even asked for a stove set from me. But no matter how Japard and I asked and probed, Link simply refused to tell us who she was going to meet. Such a failure of a sister. So that's why Japard and I came up with this idea. We'd like you to help us find out what's going on.
Alright.
One more thing. Don't let her discover you. Otherwise, she'll probably upset us.
Alright, got that. Leave it to me.
We're worried about her meeting strangers.
Understandable.
Research alone in the snow plains. I've always believed she could protect herself. This is different. I'm worried she could run into bad people.
Oh, right.
I got her.
Go find Lucy. You gotta know what she looks like.
I already know what she looks like.
Don't worry, she stands out. She's blonde like us and quite short. She's
Very
probably
short.
wearing a white fur hat.
How old is she anyway?
I'm right, she should be waiting for someone close to the snow place. We're putting our dearest baby sister in your hands this time. Let us know immediately if anything happens.
Of course, man, just for you, Sir Ball. Let's go, let's go. Quick, 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 quick. Let me move. Let's get this quest started on. Because, I also want to do some map exploration. Finish off all those chests and the areas that I haven't explored yet. It's gonna be easy.
Let's hide here and observe for now.
There she is. Oh, she's as short as Kella. I wonder how old are they? We're just gonna stalk them in the background.
Even in the northern mountains, it wasn't like this.
Did you bring enough warm clothes? Oh well. They're gonna turn around, look at us. Or not. I thought we're the ones who said that. Or are they just taking that long to realize someone else said that? What? Okay. Did you bring enough for? Okay. Who said those choices, man? I'm confused already. Whew. Oh, so we are links. Okay. Dude, I really need to build my Pella, bro. Dude. But like, I don't know if I should build her or... Anyway, as I was saying, I'm not sure if I should build Pella right now. I'm planning to build her, but like, my other characters really need better relics and upgrade their traces, bro. Oh, I can't change it. Can I just skip him? I don't want to fight.
This area is sheltered and facing the sun. I suspect. All around. We'll be in trouble if there's a landslide on the rock belt. Also, there isn't much of a view.
So are we just stalking them? Is that what we're doing here?
I remember a good place that's not too far from here. Follow me. Huh? Okay.
Right. Let's go. I'm feeling too lazy to fight. I'm gonna just ignore those. Dead end.
Are you sure this is the place? Yep. This is the path to Pandora Valley. There are low cliffs on both sides, but I think all the monsters here a while ago. We should be safe and sound. Also, the mountain wind during this season usually comes from the north, which is another reason why we couldn't camp with that previously. These two hills can block the snow plains gates.
Alright.
I never even noticed.
Oh, I accidentally skipped.
Camping is a complicated science. Not really. The environment outside of Boulevard is very tough. The weather here was
One day.
Only problem is, what view here isn't great. Are you sure we'll be able to watch the aurora? Don't worry about that for now. Let's get the tent ready and go find our dukes. Sure, I can help out with the tent. I memorized that section of the camping guide. Okay, then I'll go set up the stove. If you have any questions, just ask.
Well, that's gonna suck. Hello, do you know how to fix this? I'm pretty sure we can fix this trailblazer stuff.
Come and have a look at this. I did everything according to the guide, but
Okay, this is where we come into the rescue. We help them out with their camping. Setting up their camp. I bet it. Or not. But maybe for the heater.
I forgot to mention, it's definitely sturdier now. Nice job, Lucy. It's your kind. My oversight. I've got a question too. Can you take a look at this stove? I think it's broken. Sure, let me take a look.
So it's still going to be here?
Narrow fuel activation component probably stopped working. Do you have a spare one? No. Papa told me this was a brand new stove.
How do you even cook in this? How do you even cook here? Do you just decide? Or up here? How hot is that thing? How do you even cook here? I'm not gonna ask any more questions, but okay.
Really common. Maybe we can find a spare one in the ruins around here. You take it easy. I'll see if I can find one. Oh, and I'll keep an eye out for food too.
Y'all didn't bring food with y'all? Oh,
Finding food is easy. But finding the components is gonna be hard.
oh, I can't switch characters now.
If we can't find one, we'll just do what your guide says and chop wood and pick it up.
Let me through!
I have some spare bits of fuel.
Let's see.
Spare stove parts in the room. Let me see. You want a crate? Of course I do. It's not like the stuff we need is gonna come falling out.
I mean, if you try hard enough.
In that case, be careful.
I don't think so.
I didn't find any components, but I got this. I don't know if we can still eat it.
Don't they not have canned foods? I mean, I don't know what the technology is here. Have they developed like canned food and things like that? But I'm pretty sure packing food whenever you go camping is a good thing, right? Or maybe it might go bad immediately. I don't know. Anyway.
It's edible.
Anyways, what are they gonna hunt out here? What animals are out here?
It's all thanks to the eternal freeze. We can eat raw fish from 700 years ago.
Okay. I mean, alright. That's one old fish. Keeping that thing edible for like what? What am I supposed to interact with? I saw like investigate something. See, I saw it again. What? Wait, what? Oh, here it is. Are they nuts? Slugs? Are y'all gonna eat that? Y'all are gonna eat that, right? Snow mice. There's mice here? Mice? I don't know. Alright. Yeah. Quite, the taste. Links. I mean, I guess I'm pretty sure. What is her lore though? Does she just goes out and camp? What's this? Perhaps? Radishes, huh?
Actually, no. This is a hibernating snow radish rabbit.
Okay, nice names.
This is a rabbit?
Y'all are gonna eat rabbits now?
They look really similar to snow radishes. Their ears look like the leaves and their body looks like the radish bit. When they hibernate, they cover themselves with dirt, just like real radishes. I see. In that case, please tell me we can put it back.
You can eat rabbits, so rabbits stew.
Yeah, it's better for the snow ecosystem.
Makes sense.
It's probably best to stick close to the camp.
Dude, I was trying to run away because they're close. No. I know. But this guy is chasing me. I don't want to fight it. We're just gonna do some maneuvers here, just to get this off me. You're not fine. You're dead anyway. This gotta be quick. It's gonna be easy. Give me my ult. Boom. Okay, there we go. Finally.
Well, let's open it up then. No, don't worry about it, Lynxie. I'll manage. Are these sausages? Sure looks like it.
Oh.
Probably
Oh.
long ago.
I see. Oh.
How about cavemen's food?
I mean,
What about cavemen?
great.
It's a legendary creature. It looks like something between a man and a monkey, roughly the same size as a man, with dark blue hair.
Now we're monkeys.
Very mysterious, and no one in Belgrade would find concrete existence.
Same size as the man with dark blue hair. Huh. Reminds me of someone. It really does.
I only tried to find the pretense myself. Whenever I tried to take a photo of it, it had already run away.
How do y'all even mistake him for that? For a monkey?
These sausages might constitute a huge Balabagian scientific discovery. Let's bring them back with us.
No, that's for your food, for your camp, man.
Hold on. There are some letters here. Something. I
Ah.
can't read the rest, but it seems like a name.
Sampo Koski. Right?
Guess it can't be the Balabog caveman then. Do cavemen even know how to write?
Maybe.
Don't worry, Lindsay. I'm sure you'll get concrete proof one day.
One day, you can dream.
Here. I think someone might be missing them if we take them.
Honestly, I would take the sausages, man.
I think we've searched through everything here. What's at that, Bella?
Also, I would take the sausage with me.
We feel bad that we didn't find the snow component.
Because we are lacking of food, you know? Man, my grammar isn't here today. I suck at English, bro.
What's up? We don't really know about cook.
You don't?
I know, but since we're looking for food, figured we might as well try to fix the stove.
Oh. A warp trotter.
Wait! That thing in the fence is a fragmented creature.
Man, why do I sound so unenthusiastic today?
I see it too. But does it really rough? Doesn't mean cute? Behold finds appearance. About 20% of our silver main guard fragmenting losses are a result of chasing this creature.
It is pretty fast, though.
Figured out everything about it yet. There's one thing we're sure of. They have the power to control people. You need to be careful.
Power to control people? I didn't know that.
That must be the first step in their mind control process.
I didn't know they could just mind control people. What?
We should defeat it just to be safe. Fragmentum creatures are Belobot's enemies. They shouldn't be trusted.
They're cute.
I didn't even get to take a photo of it last time. Can I at least take a picture, Kayla? That's also my job as a researcher.
She's a researcher, huh?
I understand, but the sound of the shutter and the camera roll might send it into a frenzy. It might be looking for an opportunity to attack. Be careful.
I'm pretty sure they would rather just run away, though. What did I say again? Optional. Eliminate the mysterious... Nah, I'm taking a picture of it, bro. I'm just taking a picture.
I got a picture.
Anyway, something happened. It disappeared. Maybe it's still somewhere around somewhere.
Disappeared. Did it run away? Yeah.
I can't speak today, man.
They disappear in a flash when they get scared. Well, that's my conclusion from my long-term observations. As for those lost guards, maybe they were chasing these little creatures and couldn't find their way back. Sorry. Maybe I was overreacting. Don't be sorry. It pays to be careful. Anyway, crisis resolved. We can now make some food. Huh? Our little buddy seems to have dropped something. Huh? This is... Awesome! Lynxie, look! It's a geomarrow activation component! I never thought we'd find one here!
How convenient. That was pretty convenient, huh?
What about you, Lynxie? Did you find anything good? Nothing. Some old stuff. It's great we finally found a component. Go fix the stove. Huh? Lynxie, is something the matter? Nope. That's all your imagination.
Probably got some.
Why don't you take a break? I'll have a look at this stove.
Let's go. Geomarrow activation element. Let's fix it up. Easy.
How's that? What is this magic? I couldn't figure out the problem at all. No magic here. Just a trick or two I learned from Sir Bob. My sister.
Why did you say that in that tone?
Yep, that's her. What's the matter?
There's a quite a tone there, huh?
Nothing. Just sometimes I'm a bit jealous of Savage, you know? He knows everything. Same as each of them.
You know a lot of things too, Lynx.
Hey, serious. Outdoor explorer, mechanic, you're both experts in your field, right? I think you two are awesome.
Yep.
Anyway, it wouldn't be hard for you to get her to teach you something. You're her sister. She'd be happy to teach you. Well, you say that.
I'm pretty sure she would love to teach you though.
Yeah, never mind. Anyway, let's cook some.
We got some sibling issues here.
That's our favorite part. Favorite part is watching the aurora. Anyways, let's take a look at what ingredients we have. The ingredients are synthetic, and combining them will create unexpected results.
Oh, I'm gonna have a field time with this.
Give it a try.
Oh, there's only 2 things we can do, bro. Obviously, we're gonna mix these with each other. Mix them all together. They are. It is, if you try hard enough. It definitely is. At least once. They do have canned sardines. Where they... Am I remembering something wrong? I paused the recording, so I kind of forgot what I was about to say. But anyway, let's just continue on with the story, man.
Putting canned sardines into a hot tub?
I don't think it would taste that bad. Sardines.
This will be the main course for tonight. I'll show you what I can do as a chef.
Alright.
Why don't I cook tonight? You can take a plate. Oh, come on, it's fine. Just leave it to me. Ta-da! Super delicious snowflake combo stew is ready.
See, it doesn't even look mad.
It smells so good.
But how did you cook that in here? Using this, how do you cook that? Well, whatever. Pot. You feel an amazing energy as you enjoy a meal with your fellow campers. Oh, we're just right there.
Guess now we just wait for the light show.
We're just watching from behind.
Before that, let's just...
Sorry, dying off a cough. How to mute.
Why did you suddenly want to come camping? Huh? Well, aren't you always saying how you just want to lie in bed when you get off work?
Ooh.
Sorry. I hope this trip can surprise you.
Sometimes people just want to go outside, touch grass, or touch snow in this case.
I'm sure I'm not the most sociable of people, but I love camping with a good friend. I had a great time. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, at least nothing bad happened yet. So far, everything's going well.
Oh, you're always like this. Even on this camping trip, you keep trying to do things. You really don't need to. Just leave it to me. Camping is about relaxing. No need to be so tense. I know. It's just, I was really getting into the camping. I felt like I finally got around to doing the things I always wanted to. So all those comics you drew for the Tales series didn't count?
Tale series? What's that?
I had to hide those from other people. Yeah, I get a little embarrassed.
I don't know what that is.
Care about other people's opinions too much. I suppose. I wish I could be more like you. Oh, I'm not as cool as you think. I don't know how to handle my brother and sister. They keep treating me as a kid.
Are you a kid? I actually don't know how old she is, though.
But they're both really capable and awesome people. Which is why I feel really pressured when I like that.
You're also capable and awesome, man. No need to be pressured. That's your siblings.
But I'm already a grown-up. I have the capacity to do what I want to do. Why can't they just stop worrying and let me do what I want?
Well, you are their family. You are their sibling. Their baby little sister. So, of course they're gonna be worried.
How families are.
Yep.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk about this. I was getting carried away. It's okay. It's not like I even know what she looked like.
Oh.
So, when's the award due?
And we're just there in the background, man.
Careful, Link. There are monsters coming.
Here they come. Time to go out and save her. I was wondering when we were gonna come out. It's gonna be easy.
Let's focus on the fight first.
It's gonna be quick and easy. Let's go, let's go.
Just a scratch.
Just a scratch.
Need some support.
Get rid of these defense.
Time for a good old counterattack.
Time for a good old counterattack. Ow. Dude, it does more damage than my physical stuff.
Ready for another?
Done.
Rules.
Are made to be broken. Let's go with this. Let's go.
I'm in sight. Let's go.
break it.
Markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
Defense reduction.
Commencing research.
Also, it debuffs enemies too. I'm pretty sure her ult debuffs enemies too.
Venom monsters
Ow.
are coming out of thin air. You're probably attracted by the stove. If Teleron crisis is over, why are there still so many monsters?
It takes time for the fragmentum influence to fade. With me around, there's no need to worry.
We could have handled it. Wait, where did you come from all of a sudden?
Somewhere.
Kara? Who is this?
Oh, right, they don't know each other.
This is the Trailblazer, savior of Belobot. Oh. Hey. Wow. In that case, thanks for saving us. Oh, not to mention Belobot. So, the big hero like you doing up here?
That feels like such a nonchalant response. Anyway,
Never mind. I can take a guess. Zergal and Jakar sent you to protect us, right?
why did you come to that conclusion? What is your thought process? Explain.
Always like this. It's impossible to get some private time as their younger sister.
That's how families are.
Hold on. Isn't that what I just said? Alright. It's all because Zergal and Jakar are worried. Besides, you could save us.
Of course.
Since you followed us all the way here, you probably know why we're out camping today.
Yep.
Let's see Laura with us. It's about time for it to appear.
Is this it after this? If so, it's a little short actually. A little over 30 minutes.
Come this way.
Oh, that looks pretty.
This is the largest aurora since the Stellaron crisis passed. We're really lucky to see it. Yeah, really lucky.
It's beautiful.
So awesome! I got to taste
Was that it?
see the aurora. The Snow Plains adventure was the best. You look
That's pretty
really
short.
Huh? Me? I'm not that happy. What I mean is...
There's say what's on your mind, man.
Yeah, go for it, Kayla. It was a great experience. Thanks to you, Lindsay. Not to mention you. Anyway, what now? Back home? Wanna go out for a midnight snack later? We can. I heard a pretty good steak place opened up in the south of the administrative district. We can go try it out together. Sounds good. Let's settle then. Let's part ways for now and rendezvous later tonight. Taylor, hold on. What's it? This is for you.
Oh,
This burned us on the ground before we fixed the stove. Just the fragmentum creature dropped it.
what's that?
It might be best if you check it out yourself.
Is that her?
Sergey Yevna. I see. Thank you, Lindsay.
Ah,
Let's meet up here later tonight.
I see. Man, this cough, bro. Hey, so how's it going with that thing we talked about before? It's done for now. It's pretty much wrapped it up. I've pretty much wrapped it up. R2 at the workshop. I'll come to talk to you in person. Texting might not be enough. Lucky for you, we're both here. We'll be waiting for you at the workshop then. Yeah, you should. I know I could teleport. TP, but or running. Actually, how are my funds? Let's give it a quick check. Not a lot. That's going to be fine. Got sorry here. We got 27 wishes. We got 30 wishes. And 40 pity. In a 50-50. Ooh.
Calm down. We've got her to help us.
Side.
Hey, we were just talking about you.
I've heard. It's pretty loud on the outside.
How was it? With Wait. So, that stranger was Payload.
I've been doing. I didn't realize I was doing Jingli's story quest and it was not recorded. Well, oh, that's fine. I didn't realize. I paused it again. Dude, that was like around 10 minutes. I think it's just a start. Not much has passed. Anyway, Welcha is also here.
But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in a shackled prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this?
Holding you in a shackled prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
Put a trial here for.
For security purposes. I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
Anyway, earlier didn't miss much other than the first part, like the beginning part of Jinglio's story quest and how I really said I really wanted her. But anyway, keep on going.
The Ambrosia Arbor's resurrection. The destruction emanator's impersonation behind Kassy. To sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellarod crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is... I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Lawfu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I choose to surrender.
Fear of.
The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. Should be simple to think that I could outrun.
Surely, man, surely.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Welcha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the divine foresight for nothing.
Dude, I am not paying attention whatsoever. Whose name? You know what? I'm gonna figure this out later.
Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Empire the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general.
Uh-huh.
Vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackles of prison and decided to interrogate me here, but not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master.
Ooh. Meanwhile, in a state of divine foresight,
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
beautiful man. Hey, look, she does get like a freedom before she is put in the wherever. Yay. That's what was agreed upon.
I would make a wonderful tourist.
You would.
Follow your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request.
Yeah, he has.
Ambassador Lunay, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Okay.
Lead the way.
So I guess Trailblazer won't hear. Won't we hear? Stuff?
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Natalia first? Or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, Each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Anyway, let's go. I wonder when her rerun is. Hopefully it won't be near Constance, or I mean if she releases, but hopefully it won't be anywhere near. Hopefully it's not in 2.1 actually. I don't know who would rerun there, but hopefully not her.
Star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Did you?
Young man, have you ever heard of Baihung, the Foxian pilot?
Baihung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
This name is unfamiliar to you and elicits no feelings. However, a voice inexplicably rings in your ears.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
This line reminds me of Chet.
Invited Lune, if memories are returned to you, share them.
I only remember fragments, let's be honest.
She was one of Imbiber Lune's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Lune and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work, careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us. The moon shines on the truth. Blade of moonlight.
You took the bait. Commencing research. There's more to existence as unity.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us. The moon shines on the truth. Stand down.
Later, Moonlight, all will be revealed. In the lunar flame. Blade fodder.
Some eternal.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here.
She's so cool.
Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after.
Alright.
I remember now. I've seen Baihun's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
What? What?
Hey, I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Starskiff. The author's name was Baihun.
That's right. Baihun was the one who wrote that travelogue.
Oh.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskip crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starship so many times? And I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Starskiff Killer.
Look at how she sounds happy. Like, telling us about Baihun.
She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events. Inauspicious ones, at least. Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions. However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Starskiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskip assembly line has been activated. The Starskip will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Dude, I really like this here.
Thank you, young man.
She sounds like she's about to die. Can I... Obviously. I thought there was like a breakable thing there.
See, the Starskip is complete.
After being away from the Lawfu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Baihung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We're here today to commemorate her. Imbibitor Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
Remember anything? It was a bloody battle against the denizens of abundance.
Abundant emanator, Shuhu, rallied a great army and attack the Alliance. I read about it in the shackling prison.
You seem to be interested in learning about your past life.
Wouldn't.
Still, all of that was erased. After Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared without a trace. There are no records of his remains either. Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in Bibiter Lunay. You couldn't accept that Bai Hung was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone.
You know what? Never mind. I don't remember.
There is no need to respond, Imbibiter Lunay. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff.
Time to commemorate someone's life.
Bai Hung, I brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next. Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Right, that happened in like what? When was that released? That quest? The main quest? 1.1? 1.2?
interesting.
I don't remember.
Suffering beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Cienjo's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
Alright.
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
Dude.
The moon shines on the truth. Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot. In lunar flame.
Wow. If only I had her, man. If only I had her.
Commencing research. Sunbow eternal.
You know. Ow.
Ready for death.
Sure are.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Invited Renee. We have all the time in the world.
Right. Let's take this slow and steady. Alright. Let him go first.
The moon shines on the truth.
I wanna fight.
Fire still recognizes you as its master. Invited Renee. Do you know who crafted it for you?
it's been ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Right, because it was made by
All will be revealed. In the lunar flame.
Can I have fun this time? There's more existence.
Yes, this is meaningful.
To travel
Cool.
far away.
Haha, take it all! Try them all, I mean.
So this is the warmth of life.
Don't break.
Some value, I suppose.
Anyway, they're dead. Dude. I want her.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Don Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Invibitor Lunay's. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
In your dreams, you see a man with an indistinct face, standing arrogantly and irreverently in front of the gun rack where the Cloudpiercer is placed.
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
Wow, man. Wow. Wow, man. Surely, man. Surely you can't keep up with him, man. Surely.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Yeah.
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Yingxing is still alive?
Of course he's still alive. But he might be better off dead.
I'm pretty sure he wants to die, right?
Some people are born
I'm not sure.
with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid in Bibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
To resurrect Baiho.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
Ugh, for an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life.
Huh.
I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name.
I took the show. Right, I know this happened. Got spoiled. Like back then. I know like he died a bunch of times.
We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Interesting name though, Blade.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The hunt is not... It is natural for short-life species to
They
yearn.
pressed it.
Take me, for example.
Accidentally pressed it.
My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead.
Yeah, sure.
Immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan.
Oh damn, we're really having a reunion here.
The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Blade, still here. Oh, Bailu! She's right there!
It's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
I like this quest. Ooh. Bye, Lou. Time for a checkup here.
Dunham, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
I'm not here for a checkup. She's here for a consultation.
Miss Violet. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
There's no cure.
Professional diagnosis.
Alright.
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
I don't think so. Let's decline respectfully.
Today's her
Yep.
last day.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Tanhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
What's up with Yanchi? Yanchi?
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Ah. I can smell the herb. It's around here. Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
I don't even see it. I don't even see it, man. Oh, wait, there it is.
Sound bringers. There is an even bigger monster protecting us. So many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission.
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
Let's go. Hopefully the buff is here. There it is. Jingo doesn't care buff, no. Come.
So this is why your hands are so cold. This is double speed.
All will be revealed.
This is gonna be easy. Boom.
Blade father.
Fuck.
This is something normal flesh could withstand.
Fuck. Fuck.
Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Can I have fun this time? Specimen sight. Here, try this.
Save it for your own skin.
Save button now. That hurt.
Stand there. All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
More enemies. Time for a fun.
This should do it. Oh, close.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Blade! Let's go. Reunion, am I right?
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Alright.
Get him shaken.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years.
A nice reunion, am I right? Oh, wait. Oh, shut up.
If I remember correctly, the five of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more.
Should we in a parallel world? Everyone is happy. But, hey, this is what we have now.
Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Yep.
Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye. A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I taught you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Or is this a cutscene?
The moment I will deliver you a brief moment of death. We were here once.
Oh my god.
Years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream.
They're all smiling there.
I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Ciancho lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Bye, ho.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again?
Dude, I like this quest, man. I enjoy this quest too. Damn, if only times could stay like this, bro. I like this quest a lot.
Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why?
Look at here, she's all smiling, bro.
In the end, you unleashed the final blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away, like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
He's left here, what? You have nothing to say, you have nothing to say, you also have nothing to say. So, wait, why is Yanqing here? Anyway, let's go.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
I'm going to return to the Express.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Should I be responsible for Danfeng's actions?
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes.
I accidentally pressed that. Oh, well, whatever.
Danheng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
This question.
Danheng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
Blade coldly looks at you.
We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
See it through.
We'll see it through. Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now, I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Stan and I heard you received an anonymous letter and we were worried about you. We were worried, so we came here to check on you, but you weren't in the archives. Did that poker face Delron Hunter Blade give you any trouble? Again? I want to meet some old friends. Don't worry, I just stepped away for a bit to catch up with some old friends. Phew, that's a relief then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himo said she made coffee for us. Let's leave no trace. Wow. I enjoyed that quest. I think this is enough star rail for me, bro. I really enjoyed that quest. It's a nice quest. Honestly, this is all for today. So I've already been recording for an hour. Well, that's all. Enjoyed that quest. That's nice.